I'm up in Towson. And I don't want no misunderstandings about nothing I say or do. I came to Towson in 2011. I was doing a documentary about race and racism in Baltimore County courts and Baltimore City courts. The officer Scott Schellenberger, Greg Bernstein, Judge Turnbull, Judge Paya, Judge Janae. All right? It was about the corruption in the courts and the money y'all make off of the mass incarceration in your prison industry. You can go directly to Scott Schellenberger. You can go to Chief Justice Chief Johnson. You can go to Governor O'Malley. It was about Governor O'Malley's mom machine. Zero tolerance and stop and frisk. That's Greg Bernstein. That's Judge Turnbull. You feel me? That's Judge Cox. You go straight to Judge Cox, he got a writ of sociority. You go straight to Judge Cox, he got a writ of sociority. All right? Governor Hogan got this too. I want a federal investigation in the Baltimore County courts and their police department. The office of Scott Schellenberger, Judge Turnbull, Judge Janae, Judge Papaya, Judge Souter. I want a federal investigation into the courts and the Baltimore County government, your council, about stop and frisk, zero tolerance, and the play-to-play politics here in Baltimore County. I'm an honorably discharged veteran. All I was doing was making a movie. I was insured when I was making this movie. And Scott Schellenberger got my evidence. And I need my evidence for this insurance case. You feel me? I need my evidence for this case. I was insured for $1 million, and I need my money. That's why I want a federal audit in the court. That's Kiefer Mitchell. I respectfully request to testify in front of the Judiciary Committee. All right? That's for that. I'm a whistleblower on the courts. I was blowing the whistle on Baltimore County and Baltimore City courts on February the 2nd. On February the 2nd, you locked me up. I am Dred Scott. All right? Search and seizure. Because like I said, you violated my rights. You kidnapped me to keep this movie from coming out. That's Congressman Cummings. Elijah Cummings. Whistleblower's application. You received mail February. You feel me? Department of Justice, Eric Holder. I'm a whistleblower. The comptroller of Maryland. I'm going to show the money behind the machine. I'm going to show you the money that they generate in Baltimore County courts. Unedited, unaudited. We're going to have an audit. Forged checks. That's Senator Ben Cardin's. That's August 2007. That's Ben Cardin's. 2013. Making a documentary. 2015. That's the Supreme Court. To have a writ of sociority because you kidnapped me. You kidnapped me and charged me with crimes. You've knowingly lied to the grand jury. You presented false evidence. You did that. We talking about the courts going on trial. That's David Irwin. That's my store. See the date? It's making a documentary about your courts and your county board and the corruption in your courts and your county board. I know that y'all can see me up there. That's why I do it where everybody can see it. That's a legal notice. Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and Lake County, Illinois. Y'all had this paperwork. Y'all had this paperwork. Governor O'Malley had it. Y'all had this. Like I said, I was insured by Brother Insurance. I had $1 million policy and I was paid up. I was showing the money to Brother Insurance, State Farm Insurance, everybody that invests in the prison industry, the stocks and the bonds portfolio that y'all got invested in the prison industry. Y'all get paid to lock us up. You feel me? Mass incarceration, the 13th Amendment. That's me. Nobody has a right to sign my checks. Nobody has a right to run my business. And all that evidence is in the courthouse. That's President Obama. He asked for an investigation in 2008. I'm the subject of the investigation, and it's about your prison industry. It's about your courts. That's Patrick Fitzgerald. These are the inmates. See that? These are the inmates. That means it can be a class action lawsuit. A class action lawsuit on the courts. See that? Privacy Act. See that? Emails. County council member. Jailhouse diary. That's State's Attorney Mosby, because she's been shielding this too. Mosby, Bernstein been shielding it for Scott Schellenberger. I want the courts audited. I want the state's attorneys audited. I want you to represent us. I was kidnapped by the state for making a movie, I Am Dred Scott. I was showing that blacks have no rights in which white America respects. So, like I said, I go to jail for the right reasons. Mike, check! And this is a good one. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. We're going to pay attention to racism in the courts and mass incarceration. Art and activism. You made me famous for toilets? I'm going to run with that shit. Potty training politicians. It's a time to pee. And Trump going to give me a lot of shit to work with. Racism? Dog, we getting ready to talk about it. I am Dred Scott. Yeah, talk about it.